I'm Alex Edge. I'm an assistant pro here at Castle Hill Country Club. I started off my golf up in the Blue Mountains at Springwell Golf Club. I came to Castle Hill when I sort of just finished up my junior golf and got offered to do a traineeship here. And once I got through that, I've sort of maintained a role here at the club. And through COVID, I went from playing a lot of golf and helping out where I could to reverting back to more of a full-time role, and it's been good to be back. It was through COVID I'd started tinkering with some ping irons because I'd well and truly burned through my old irons from playing, and through that process and going through the fitting and working with Tim Hosking, who's one of the fitters. He's a legend, but it was a nice process, and I was kind of became obsessed with some of the stuff they had. And then later on that year, I ended up becoming an ambassador for the club here at Castle Hill, and yeah, I haven't looked back. It's been awesome using the product. Looking forward to being able to fit out some of our members with some of the new product. I haven't had the i525 in my hand this morning, and after reading all these articles about Cam Champ hitting the 3-iron bloody 300 yards, I think that it'd be stupid not to want to tinker with that yourself, but also see something that looks compact, but it does it's for an elite player can use it whilst it doesn't feel too game improvy, and obviously the acoustics of it are quite nice. Had a bit of a muck around with I've got the Glide Forge Pros now, and it actually worked pretty well for me on the weekend when I was playing a bit better, which is a nice change. But the Glide 4s are a good product. The E-grind looks pretty cool, the fact that they've got the high toe, but just the amount of grind options. It'd be great to have the bag of demo wedges here for our members, and you can sort of fit on the fly, get them into the right sort of grinds and soles to help them. Here we're Kikuyu, but if they're going to go play somewhere else and play on Cooch and stuff, you can probably build up a nice little set of wedges there to be able to play off all conditions. My favourite ping club is my G425 hybrid. At first, when I was trying it, I was pretty hesitant to try a hybrid because in the past I'd never been able to get the right combo. Might have been my lack of ability, or it might have been the product at the time, or shaft options probably, to be fair. But Tim got me to try out the hybrid, and it was unbelievable how well it hit off the turf, but also how much it actually hunts. I almost had to drop my 3-wood because it goes too far, which is a good problem to have. But it's so it completely changed my mind around on hybrids, and the fact that obviously the adjustable lofts is quite handy for me, but also fitting other players into it. It gives them a couple options that they can really get their gaps between whatever their longest iron is that they're comfortable with, but also giving them something that will be hit well off the tee, but also hit well off turf. So yeah, that completely changed my mind on the hybrids rather than a long iron, and yeah, I love the feel of it. Well, I'm hoping to play well in Australia for the rest of our season that we've got, and then we've got the next season coming up without much of a break really after they crammed everything in with COVID. In the meantime, between events, I'll continue pushing our members into ping stuff, but yeah, continue coaching and helping out here at Castle Hill, and if I'm lucky and I play well later on, I might be able to get myself overseas once COVID stuff helps out. But yeah, I find it pretty rewarding helping out the young kids here and helping out golfers here at Castle Hill, and yeah, seeing them improve is pretty cool. And yeah, having me growing up in a bit of a smaller place than what Castle Hill is, I think it's an important role for the pros here to be a bit of a point for these kids if they want to pursue golf or whatnot, but also just help them out with their golf, because it's so easy to see the passion that they have for golf, and it reminds you of why we started or why we stuck with it, sort of thing. And yeah, so I find that quite rewarding, helping out the kids with that. And you know, the golf, teaching them, giving them a couple of tips or something. It seems like nothing to us, but it's a huge help for them. And yeah, I quite enjoy that. So if you know, slipping on a green jacket never happens, it'll be quite nice knowing that you've helped out people if they go on with their golf, or just, you know, being helpful here at the club. I mean, it seems so obvious when you're talking about drivers and shafts and combinations of lofts and that sort of stuff, but truly it's such a help. Like personally, getting to sort of muck around with different wedge grind, soles, bounce, however you want to describe it. You know, I was hitting the 62 degree Glide Forge Pro up when we were up in Queensland for the PGA, and the grass up there was pretty gnarly, and you know, you could still hit this thing up your bloody nose. You know, it's the way that the club went through the turf. But fitting out members and stuff, I think it's so important to help them have a varied like bounce and sole shapes. That way they've got more options around the course, and if they do happen to play somewhere else, because the members here sort of stick to here a lot, but if they do happen to play somewhere else, it still helps them have a bit of versatility around the greens, and just helps them either improve their technique or maybe with a tip will help them stop from regressing with their technique. But it just makes such a difference. Yeah, just getting the right fit of not only loft for gaps, but also getting the correct amount of bounce and sole to help complement the golfer rather than them fight it.